Hey guys, part 2 of rendering an exterior scene using vray. Let's make the shadows. So we're gonna make first the shadows of the concrete shader of the walls of the building. So let's make a new advanced material and go to diffuse layer and load a texture map. I will load this one. And let's just maybe let's add more saturation to it. Let's go to filter, choose filter, and change the hue of it, change the color to a little bit more browny color, just like this, and increase the saturation too much. Okay, just right there, and decrease the gamma. Okay, okay, just like this. We're gonna leave it like this. And now let's add a specular layer, or let's add a pump layer first. Let's copy this texture map, copy it and paste it here, and let's uh, choose a layer and add a what is it? Yeah, the break shader. So inside the break shader we have many options. Let's tweak some options to get the result that we need. So let's decrease the scale to O. Or no, increase it to maybe just 300. Yeah. Cool. And maybe the brick weight and the brick weight. Let's just make it 17 or just 15. 15 and height. Okay, and let's make it 0 on in the shift. And the color here, we don't want the gradient or the variation of the colors and the texture map. We just want a united color, just white color, because we want just these lines here to be the gaps of the concrete that we will make. So let's go to the gaps and decrease the size of it to 0. Maybe 0.3 or 0. Yeah, 0.3, and decrease the growth to 0.02. Depth to 0.2. Alright, there we go. So should go, yeah. Let's change the color mode to multiply, and uh, let's decrease the saturation of the texture map to -100 and increase the contrast, so just like this, and let's increase the pump amount to 3 or -3, and let's go back to the specular layer. We should copy this texture map and paste it in the texture map here, and let's increase the kernel maybe to 3, and let's increase the or decrease the reflection glossiness to 0. Maybe 8, and decrease the glossiness subdivision a little bit. And here in the texture map we will just put this range map, so we can get some variations and glossiness. So let's decrease the next strength to 0.5 or 0.56 maybe. Yeah, we'll just make it 1% and invert it. No, just leave it as it is. That's it, I think. Let's just make a preview window to see what we will get. So here in the texture tag, it's already, the projection changed already to a cubic, and the length U and length V increased to 200%. So let's make a preview window and see. So here we have our texture, as you can see. I think the material is, or the texture is way saturated, so let's just decrease the saturation of it a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, and there is no many reflections from the sky. We want the reflection from the skies to appear in the surface of the concrete. So let's just go to the doom light. Just rename those lights. This one is doom light. And control to maybe light. Okay. There we go. So let's go to the vray tag of the dome light and go to the specular contribution and make it maybe 3. So it will increase the appearance of the reflection in the materials, the reflection of the doom light of the HDRI, it will appear clearly in the concrete. I think that's it. Let's just render it and see what gives us. Okay, now we have more reflections from the doom light or from the HDRI, and it just changed something here in the material editor. Uh, let's copy and paste this one in the reflectance map here. Okay, and maybe tweak it a little bit with side filter. Increase the gamma. There we go. I don't know if this one is really works or not. Okay. So everything is good. Now let's jump to the, or let's do another preview render, but for the cool viewport, and see how the material interact with the HDRI. So this is how our let's just change it over here. I will select another one. Maybe this one. Let's redo. Oh, let's just load it again and oh, let's load this one. And go to filter again and decrease the gamma to 0.8, 0.8, yeah, and change the, let's preview it and see. I will first decrease the lightning. Okay. Make it 6 and increase the frame ISO to 300 and preview it again. Okay, that's the effect that I want to achieve. There is some variations here in the color of the concrete, and that's exactly what I want. So That's it. Let's stop the render. For the film ISO, I just leave it as it is, 200, because with 300 the render looks more brighter. So that's it for the concrete material. I will just stick the concrete material to this wall here. Now, yeah, alright. Should be 200 instead of 100. There we go. Let's make now the what's next. Yeah, let's make the material of this object here. Create a new shader, new advanced material, and select this concrete, add some pump to it, just paste it here and select filter and decrease the saturation and decrease the gamma and increase the contrast a little bit. There we go, and okay, -2. There we go. So enable the specular layer 1 and okay, increase the glossiness of the object by decreasing the amount of the glossiness, 0.8. Let's grab our filter texture and put it here. Just increase the gamma a little bit, just like this, and our concrete is ready. So I don't know where I should put it. Yeah, over here. Let's taste it and see what we've got. It's too bright. Let's stop the render and tweak it a little bit more. Okay. Decrease the glossiness and change this texture with another one. Maybe this one. And let's do a preview render. See. Still too bright, or it's not. It's just too desaturated. Let's give it more saturation. Okay. Go. And decrease the brightness of its specular to maybe 16. Okay, I think it's okay. Good. Uh, Now let's jump to material of this object. The same way, just grab the texture and this one maybe, not that one, and from the bottom, and just put that desaturated and decrease the gamma, contrast, give it a little bit of reflection because everything, everything in the world has specular reflection. Seven. Now, um, where is that? So let's make the maybe for I will just take the same texture of the walls and put it here. Yeah, that's it. Zero, zero. There we go. Uh, for this covers, I will make a simple material, just an post and simple color, leave it white, and some specular reflection with some scratches, some cringe mask, maybe this one, 0.7. Okay, really, for the color, cute. Now let's make a final render and see what we have. So that's let's see the final result. I don't like the texture for the covers here, but you have the idea. You can tweak it or just do another material and apply to it. Uh, let's just change the render setting and prepare our scene to the final render. So let's go to the indirect elimination here and go to general. I will change the primary bounces here. The engine, I will change it to brute force, and secondary bounces I will leave it as it is. And for brute force here, I will increase the amount of subdivisions to, let's see, 550 maybe, yeah, 550 or 600. That will be enough. Here let's increase it to 700, and for the color mapping, okay, the color mapping is ready, the anti-aliasing. Okay, that's it. And yeah, and just change the output to bigger resolution, and that's it. We can do a preview render. Now I will show you the color correction. This is a render I did before. I will just show you some color correction. Let's unlock this layer and copy it. Go to filter and go to camera raw filter. There we go, and decrease temperature a little bit, just a little bit, and increase the exposition or the exposure. Increase the contrast a little bit. Clarity just a little bit. And for the vignetting effect, increase it just like this. Let's copy this one again, and let's copy the original again and go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and change it to soft light. I think soft light. Okay, and let's make a mask and paint it with black. I will erase all the areas except where the light coming from the window. As you can see in the mask, the areas. Okay, here we go. That's before and that's after. Here we go, and let's just add some chromatic aberration to it, just a little bit. Let's see. We don't want to overdo it. Good. you should just apply it in the area that you have more light in it. The darker area doesn't have any chromatic aberration. That's what happened in the real world. Alright, that's it. So that's it. Uh, First, guys, this is my very first tutorial. Sorry for my bad language, and see you in the next tutorial. Happy to